Why is he silent or not reaching out? But first, let's have a look. Who is he? I'll say that potentially he is an air sign, so that's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but not necessarily. He might have certain air sign qualities in his personality. He is someone who really likes to study. He also likes to give people advice. In addition to that, he's very charismatic, like he attracts a lot of people with his aura, very friendly, but at the same time, he can be a little bit elusive sometimes, like he's very inconsistent in his actions and also in his words, and you might feel like he's hiding something, and he is. Okay, why is he silent or not reaching out? And guys, what are we thinking about the current dating market? Like, how are we supposed to find our soulmates when we encounter man-child after man-child? I don't know how about you, but personally, I don't want to communicate with men more than I have to. I'd rather just know who my soulmate is and talk to my soulmates. And with Astro app, you can actually find out how your soulmate is going to look like. Okay, you can calculate the portrait of your soulmate in the app, and I feel like this is honestly a lifesaver in the current dating market. So let me know down in the comments how your soulmate looks like, and I'll also send you the photo of mine. Okay, I'll tell you straight away that you are tormenting him emotionally, physically, and you don't even know about that. You come up here as Queen of Wands. He feels like you are very, very hot. He feels strong physical attraction for you. He feels like you're someone who literally manifests energy in the room. Like you come into any room, all eyes are on you. He feels like he needs to compete for you. Like you have a lot of attention. You're a pretty popular lady. You're also black cat kind of person. Like you do what you want. You're quite independent, and he also doesn't know what to expect from you, and he feels strongly attracted to this energy. Like you are being very, very unpredictable, maybe even impulsive at times, but also there is something in you that is just making him want you more and more and more, even if you're being naughty. He has feelings for you, and he doesn't know how to process those feelings. I'll show you. So I have the World, I have the Sun, and I also have Ace of Wands. I'll say that his feelings are mostly tied to physical attraction. Like he wants to be in physical proximity. He wants to have, he wants to be close to you, and he just feels like he is unable to kind of reach you. Like the format of your relationship is kind of like undefined. Also potentially there are certain delays, or maybe like you're kind of like in a limbo state. There is no label in your relationship. Potentially it's kind of ambivalent, ambiguous, and he just doesn't know how to express his affection, and this manifests into kind of like inconsistent and also very, very strange behavior. He feels like you're touching something really deep inside of him. Like maybe you're speaking to his past traumas, or maybe potentially you remind him someone from his past, and he's like getting all crazy because you are actually activating something in his psyche that he didn't know he had. You make him feel alive, let me tell you. And in your presence, he feels lit up with energy. He feels like he just wants to conquer the world. Like without you, it's really hard for him to exist and be happy. You give him happiness, to put it in simple terms, but also he just like, he doesn't know how to process those feelings and emotions, and he's choosing to wait and kind of like evaluate his feelings, because he's like, I'm becoming like a crazy person, and I'm not sure if I can control myself. Yeah, I also have Four Swords. It kind of feels like your relationship is on a pause. I don't see it as ending. It kind of feels like he's more reflecting on his emotions and feelings. So maybe this is the kind of situation where you were on a talking stage, or everything was going kind of well, but then he suddenly withdrew or grew distant and cold, and this is because he's trying to manage his emotions and feelings and not appear crazy, because he feels a little bit out of control, and he also feels like he's scared to lose you. And in a sense, I'll say he's slightly intimidated by your energy. Like you are a little bit volatile. Like he really doesn't know what to expect, and he's like, I'm not sure if I can manage this, but he has feelings for you, I have 10 of Cups here, and he feels genuinely happy with you when you spend time with each other. He's like, he feels this energy, he feels the emotional connection, and he feels like this could be a success, but also he's like, I don't know what is gonna happen. And he also is kind of testing you a little bit, like he'll see how you respond to his silence, and he's kind of waiting for you to make the first step. But also, I'll tell you, like he'll do the first step, he'll make that action if you just continue focusing on yourself, because his feelings are intense. Like he wants to be with you, but he's also like he's not very sure of the exact path that he's going to take in this relationship. His actions in the next 2 weeks. But first, let's have a look. Who is he? I would say that potentially he's a water sign, so that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but not necessarily. He might have certain water sign qualities in his personality. He's someone who is very controlled, very disciplined, like he might constantly wear a mask of I don't care and nonchalance, but at the same time he's very, very emotional inside, and he's also very easily offended, very sensitive. In addition to that, he's very creative and also family oriented. Okay, let's have a look. I'll definitely say that the guy is very, very conflicted. Your situation is very complex in many different ways. First week, I'll say that he will not reach out a lot. Like, I see him being off. He might be creating emotional or physical distance. If you will be texting him, he might not reply, and he will just try to create some sort of distance to spend this time to reflect on the connection. At the same time, he feels romantic feelings and emotions. I have Prince of Cups here. Like he feels like he wants to express his affections, he wants to be romantic with you, he wants to say something nice, but at the same time he's just choosing to kind of withdraw because he wants to control the pace of the connection, and he also wants to control how he shows up for you because he feels like he's exposing himself a little bit too much. Week 2 is a little bit more interesting. It feels like in week 2 he'll be fulfilled more with different fantasies and emotions. Like he's the type of person who's thinking a lot, he's replaying conversations in his head, he's overthinking, he's also creating fake scenarios in his head, fantasizing. But in week 2, his fantasies, they will actually manifest in some very, very small and kind of like neutral action. I'll say I have Prince of Coins indicating that he might reach out to you with something that is safe. So it might be like a check-in on how you're doing. It might be something that is related to your work if you're working together, or it might be like an article, a meme, a reel, or whatever, something that is not very emotional, something that is not like a touchy subject. He will reach out because he cannot stay away from you a little bit too long. He feels a lot of like this obsession, this fantasies, romanticization about you and your relationship. I'll say that you might be on a distance from each other, just like in general, like you're mostly like communicating online, if you are communicating, like you don't see each other face to face that much, and there's a lot of space and a lot of time for him to kind of like create this whole internal world of like who you are as a person, like all those fantasies and blah blah blah. And because of that, like when it comes to actual physical interaction, it might be very awkward and strange. I also say the bottom of the deck indicates that he feels a lot of guilt for maybe for something that he did to you, or maybe something that he does with this relationship with you to someone else. Maybe there is like a third party involved, and he feels like he cannot almost allow himself to feel all those feelings for you, because then he's gonna hurt someone else, or this is gonna lead to certain massive consequences for him, like financial consequences or consequences at work where people might gossip and things like that. But he does have feelings for you. I also have Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Ace of Coins. Like he really wants to manifest something with you, but at the same time he just feels very like constrained. And I also say that he will reach out to you in general, even if he's being like distant and cold. As soon as his fantasies build up and he's like, I can't deal with this anymore, like I need to see her in person. He's definitely this type of person who likes to be in love with someone on a distance. Like he can't handle, daily face-to-face interactions.